way to level. This is how we've been grinding out so many level 25 classes so quickly, is by ignoring 90% of the combat and just running straight to the end. So this works for a few reasons. Also, I highly recommend having one or more people with the Melta. That way, if there's enemies in your way, you can just endlessly stun them while you run past. Okay, now, the reason why this works so well... Oh my god, I didn't download or dodge that. I was freaking too busy trying to explain this. Anyway, so the reason why this works so well is because when you get to these points at the end here that are assemble points, all the enemies just de-aggro. And they don't follow you to the next part of the map like they do in Darktide. So watch this. All this stuff is chasing us. We get on here. The thing goes up, and look, they don't care anymore. They just run away. So this mission also can take about 10 minutes, and we max out classes in like 3-ish hours like this. The biggest, there's 2 roadblocks that you have to play around. The middle event, there is a sorcerer that creates a barrier if you don't kill it before the first capture point, which I'll explain more when we get there. And secondly, there is the elevator right before the very, very end. Okay, see, this is why you use the Melta. Because look, just get this shit out of here, stun it, keep running past. We don't actually give a shit about killing it. Killing it doesn't actually matter. Stopping to fight, which it's so asinine that a 40k like War Marine, a 40k Space Marine game is like this, but there's literally no gain. You do not get more weapon XP for killing enemies. You know, you don't get anything. And in fact, it's actually harder to fight enemies because look, so all the stuff you don't kill, when you reach assembly points like this, if it's an assembly point that doesn't alter elevation, so it doesn't cause enemies to like de-aggro, this leads to them all getting stacked up around corners and you can just AoE them down. Okay, remember, we gotta kill the sorcerer really quick.
Yep.
Okay, I marked him so he doesn't go away. So it's really worth marking this guy so he doesn't, you know, get out of your line of sight. But you want to do this while you are... You really just want to be killing everything. Like, you want to have one guy hunt down this sorcerer.
I put a shitload of damage into that guy. I feel like almost all my Melta into him.
Because if that guy's alive, then you can't progress. You also need to make sure that there's always one guy standing in the objective. Okay, so now we should just be able to leave. Yeah, see? Because we killed the sorcerer early, we can just leave. We don't have that barrier there. Since we nuked so much damage into him, there's no need to stop at the thing there. Because there's an ammo box right out here. If you really, like, are completely out of ammo, it's fine. But there's an ammo box right at this event up here. Now, all you need to know for the next section is there is a chance for the elevator to stop. And if you get that, it does add like an extra minute and a half to the mission. So something you do need to know about these capture points is that they don't go faster having multiple people in them. Also, the melt is really overpowered and like heals you more gray health than you get spent. Anyway, so as long as one person's standing in this, you're like, that's the optimal max capture rate. Wow, I just got shredded right there. But, this comes into play right at the end. Because for the final objective, you need to have 2 people capturing 2 points. The way it works is you can capture the first 2 points, then that will take the first point you capture will take a barrier down that lets you capture the third, which takes down a barrier to let you capture the fourth. Don't worry if that's confusing. I will explain more when we actually get there. But I just want to put this into perspective. We're exactly at the 5 minutes in mark, and we are more than halfway done with this mission. Depending on RNG near the end, this might be like a 10-minute run.
The heretics and the Xenos decimate each other completely. Orders acknowledged.
Sorry, I just wanted to make sure I was on mute. So, yeah, this is about 1900 experience every like 10 to 13 minutes, depending on RNG. This will allow you to power level classes so easily, as long as you can handle the difficulty and you don't get knocked over like the bunch of scrubs that we are.
Extremist assassin guy. Yeah, just deal with him later.
Oh my goodness. I actually wouldn't mind going down and dying, because there's something I'd like to show off. Is if you do die at any point during this, here's a fun fact you might not know. Those assembly points where the group has to get together, if you're dead, they'll still proc. And if you're dead when they proc, you just immediately respawn. So even if one person gets caught behind and dies, you know, like I might here, it doesn't matter. You just instantly respawn as soon as you reach the next point. The next assembly point is this elevator. Once you get on this elevator, you just respawn. So you look over there, see if there's a servo skull. We didn't get a servo skull, so we're not interested. So now we all get on here. And look, as soon as we get on here, they don't care about us. You know, they're not interested. They turn away. The only people that care are people like this that got on the platform with us.
Hopefully we get some good RNG.
Okay, so now it's random whether or not we have to deal with the elevator stopping. If the elevator stops, then we have to do like 3. Okay, so the elevator stopped.
Did not.
This would be bad RNG. But if this happens, everyone just goes out in a different direction, and you will get multiple people overlapping on objectives like this. It's kind of bad that it was my terminal, though, because... oh, never mind. Thank you, teammate. So this is the worst RNG possible, as far as time is considered. So this is going to be the longest run possible for this.
Go there, dig in. Finished and ready.
Oh, that's bad. But, yeah, as far as, like, randomness is concerned, this is literally code red. This is as bad as it possibly gets. It does not get worse than this situation right here. And I'm just doing this to show that even, because it took a couple tries to get this recording, even if you get the worst possible luck, the worst variations of everything, people going down, this mission still barely takes 10 minutes. Now, if you're like actually, you know, trying to succeed and you're not making a YouTube video, you can just have no one go down, and you can have, what's it called? You can get the non-elevator stop. It's about a 50% chance, and that will save like minute and a half, which ends up being like 15-20% of the grind. It's worth dropping a ping just to make sure everyone gets reoriented. Because since it's a circular, constantly moving platform, it can be very disorientating. Yeah, first thing someone does, interact with this. Okay, so now I can elaborate on what I was explaining before. So the second, another servo skull spot is right behind there. But we got the barrier right in front of it, so we can't check it. Now... you just have people, there's probably going to be one up there. And here's the next objective. So they go do the objective up there. And look, I can do this objective. Now, when they finish that objective up there, this barrier will go down, which makes that one able to be... I can go do that one. Oh my god, really? That hit me? But,
go by Tanner, Jeff. Going.
Ooh, yeah, I am getting kind of surrounded here. Okay, so as soon as they get that interaction, All we need is one. There it is. Now I can go get this one. Also, I'm the super underleveled person here. That's why I'm kind of letting them do the heavy lifting in these more combat-heavy sections. Because it's helpful if you have friends that are a little bit, you know, higher level.
It goes for the takedowns of the
But
objective.
it's really not needed.
Same.
I'm a fucking idiot for getting hit by that. Oh, well, literally throwing for the video. But look, this is another thing. It's actually really good. Even if you're downed... Oh, yeah, they're both coming. So we're at 10 minutes, 40 seconds. And we only have 2 more of these left to do. This one, and then the next one. And remember, this is the worst possible RNG. You know, I went down. I didn't dodge the thing. I went down. We got the elevator stop.
I'll go next.
So, yeah, he's getting ready to go towards the next one. Now, you know, if no one goes down, if you don't get the elevator stop, this is easily a 10-minute mission. This isn't exactly something you can do with random people, so you will need, this is more for like your friend group to do. But this is it. This is the end of the mission. All right, get the interact, and there you go. 11 minutes and 50 seconds, 1900 XP. And because you're doing so little fighting, you spend most of the time running. You don't have to be anywhere near max level to do this. Now, if you are going full tryhard, you won't have someone get down capturing the totem, and you know, if you get the 50% chance to not get the elevator stop, that saves you 1.5 minutes, 2 minutes right there. And there you go. That's how you get like a 10 or sub 10 minute run. I just want to show you the experience to show you I'm not kidding. This is literally like, this is like 150 experience per minute. So like 18, 90, there you go.